Sure, I could give you a million reasons to play an Alpha Draft, but I'll just give you one, and it's all about the Benjamins. Franklin, that is. Now, the US President Benjamin Franklin famously said, "Those who would give up essential liberty to purchase a little temporary safety deserve neither liberty nor safety." Now, I think in many ways, the gist of what he was saying there is, yeah, if you don't play at Alpha Draft, you can't lose any money. You can't experience the pain of losing. You can't get wrecked. You can't feel like an idiot for picking the wrong things. And in doing so, you'll save a little money. You'll have a bit of safety there. But you know what? You'll also lose the liberty to be your own man, to play, to put yourself out there, to test your opinions against the world. So, in many ways, a former US president, one of the sort of founding fathers of America, is kind of calling you a pussy if you don't play Alpha. I know, it's pretty fucked up, right? I didn't say it. I just implied it. So, you know, I've been had skills, Cristal spills, had bills in Brazil about a mill that ice grill, as Notorious B.I.G. said. Franklin, empty the is phenomenal. You could play contests at Alpha Draft for CSGO for the major, which will be contested for $1 million. Anyway, as you might have guessed already, Valve put a post up today, the most important sentence of which said, "We're pleased to announce that beginning with MLG Columbus 2016, the major that is in late March, each CSGO Major Championship prize pool will be $1 million. And then later, MLG revealed the breakdown. And the breakdown is first place winner gets $500,000. Second place gets $150,000. The two semi-finalists make $70,000. The four quarterfinalists make $35,000. And group stage eliminations get $8,750 each. Now, first of all, this is an increase. The prize pool has gone up fourfold from what it used to be. It used to be $250,000 for all 7 of the other majors we had. And first place has now gone up 5-fold. You get 5 times more for winning than you did for any of the majors in the past. You get more for first place. No, you get more for finishing second now than you used to for finishing first at each of the previous 7 majors. Because that used to be $100,000 for first. Now it's $150,000 for second. All great stuff. So the increase is good. It's definitely a good thing. This is where CSGO needs to be going. And it's excellent for the players. They're going to get more money. There's more to compete for. There's more... Now more resources can be drilled into the game because it now warrants it and you're going to get more back from it. All good stuff. I also think that by making the prize pool more, it's going to help balance out the sticker pool aspect. And the problem with the sticker money is people were making so much money from the sticker money that pros really could tell me cynically behind the scenes, some of them, if their teams were fucked up, yeah, well, we're just going to stick with that guy until the major and get the sticker money and see how we do, and then maybe we'll think about it after that. Rather than that, now people are going to be gunning to finish first place, because no matter what you make from the stickers, no matter what you make from your salary and your stream, if you win, you get $100,000 each. That's big time money. And so now people are going to be going ham like they should. So it rewards excellence. It rewards the best teams, the best players, the ones who are driven, who practice, who go for gold, who gun completely for that first place. That's what's going to be great about it. People were getting too caught up in the stickers. Not only the players, but also fans. Like, oh, it doesn't matter that the prize pool's not that big because they get it through stickers. Yeah, but this is competition. We don't want them to just get the money. Everyone get money. We want people to get the money because they're the best. They get rewarded for being the best. And they keep trying to be the best. And we acknowledge their excellence. Now, what's great is CSGO has come a long, long way since its first year and a half, 2012, 2013. Back then, even having like $20,000 first place was big time money. I mean, considering CS history, how big this money is getting now. Forrest, when I calculated his total prize money won over his whole 1.6 career, he was number 1 on the list. His teams, all 5 of them, had won $800-something thousand over an 8-year span. Now, what's great is now, with this sort of prize money, someone like Olofmeister, an equally brilliant player who's in his prime in one of the best teams in the world, he could legitimately win $800,000 prize money himself. Never mind then to be split by 5, himself over his career. This also brings CSGO in line with bigger tournaments elsewhere in CSGO. So now the majors aren't going to be dwarfed by Turner's money, where they've got 1.2 million or whatever it was was it for both seasons? No, per season, 1.2 million per season. No, it's not going to be ridiculously dwarfed by it because there's going to be 3 Valve majors. There's only going to be 2 seasons of that. So it now brings it in line. So still the majors are the primary focus because the majors would always be the primary focus. People want the prestige of winning it and knowing the legacy that you'll have posterity. I was a champion and you'll be acknowledged as the best team and all the rest of it. But if the prize money was great elsewhere, it wouldn't make it as important in the relative context. It's also a good breakdown. I like that it's top heavy. I know people are going to cry about that as well. But you know what? Just like with the stickers, this is competition. This is about being the best and winning the game. It's not about making it, but then not quite making that far. Oh, he's a great guy, though. I hope he gets money. This is socialism has no place in competition. Competition is cutthroat, and you're supposed to be giving to the victor the spoils. Now, the problem is, if we put this in the context of other World Championship events, okay, so remember, it's not $1 million for first place. It's 500,000 for first place, and the purse is $1 million. So, okay, let's go over to League of Legends. In League of Legends, their Season 2 World Championship, which took place in 2012, so over 3 years ago, had $1 million for first place and a prize pool of $2 million. So, $1 million for... Although there was obviously only one of those a year, whereas we have 3 of these. Now, at last year's World Championship in League of Legends, Season 5 World Championship, actually it was very similar. First prize was still just $1 million, and the purse overall was $2.1 million. So obviously, more first place money will be given out in World Championships in CSGO, but only by 500,000 over League of Legends. And League of Legends is also famous as a game where people are pushing it should be more now. It should have gone up more over the years. It's ridiculous. It's the same prize money, basically, essentially the same prize money, like 3 years later. So just as League of Legends should go up, I think when you look at the context, you're going to see what it's going to be like for CSGO, that this is going to have to keep going up. Dota 2. So the international one, the first one, was held in 2011. First place, $1 million. So the entire purse of one of these tournaments. Now, the purse of that tournament was only 1.6. That was incredibly top heavy. It was kind of like a gimmick to be like, wow, $1 million for first place. But what about TI5 last year? First place TI5, $6,634,000, $661. So basically, first place at TI5 last year, which is only one of, obviously, was worth the total prize purse of all 3 CSGO majors, and then times 2, and then add on $600,000. So the first place at CSGO majors is $500,000, and then we've got 3 of them, so $1,500,000. You have to times that by, well, obviously by 4, and then you still have more to go. So Dota's still dwarfing it, and the purse of the TI5, part of it contributed by random players and people who were just in the public, $18 million, 429,000 and some more. Now, Smite, a game that's in the realms of League of Legends and Dota 2, but not as big, and most people don't really know much about it. First place, $1,306,000. Purse, $2 million. So actually, Smite's not that far off yet. I don't think Smite is a huge game. It's a much smaller esports game than CSGO. Call of Duty. Their World Championship last year had $1 million total for the World Championship. So it's doing better than Call of Duty. Halo. I didn't actually look up Halo. I don't know anything about Halo. So for that one, we'll just leave that out. Remember, the one factor you do have to remember is there are 3 of these per year. So you don't just take the 1 million and look at it against tournaments that have 2 million if there's only one of those and there's 3 of this, because obviously 3 million is more than 2 million, so it's more than League of Legends at the moment, at least what's been announced, and it's more than Smite, but it's not as big as Dota 2. Also, Dota 2 doesn't just dwarf it with the international, it has majors. On top of the international, they have 3 majors and the international, and so far the majors have a prize purse of $3 million each. First place, $1,110,000. So if we just add the 3 majors for this year and last year's the international, we don't know this year's international, that would add up to $9 million plus the $18 million purse. So we're going to have $27 million in a calendar year for Dota 2 total purse. And first place is going to be worth almost $10 million in Dota 2, whereas it's $1.5 million in CSGO. So we can see that Dota 2 is literally almost 10 times what you're at in terms of CSGO at the moment. So the problem here is, first of all, this should have been done like a year ago. Okay, I get it that in 2013 when you launched, that was a lot of money, 250k. And then for most of 2014, that was a lot of money. But as the stickers went up, as the game got bigger, 2015, it should have been at some point in 2015 this move happened. And considering you've waited so long, if this had happened in 2015, it'd be right on time, the trajectory would be great. Now we're at the point where it probably should be higher than this. This probably isn't enough for first place. Probably isn't enough for the purse, actually, even with 3 of them, as I've shown. So I actually think it should be higher. I mean, for a start off, $1 million, that's actually just a small loan from a father to a son in America, I've heard. In joke. It's not really in joke. Anyone who's just watched the news can know that. So there's also the fact that, like I say, the Dota 2 majors, they have 3 of those, $3 million each, and then they have the international. I do think, though, as long as this continues as a trajectory of increase, then we're okay. Because remember, there was that stat last year where it said, like, in 2015, CSGO had generated $220 million revenue for Valve. So, okay, 1.5 million, 3 million total purse shelled out. Doesn't sound like a lot from that. Admittedly, obviously, you're not supposed to give most of your fucking revenue back. But relative to what it is, and then relative to sticker money, etc., I do think that the purse should go up, and I hope it will. I hope this isn't like we're going to have another 7 majors at 1 million, and then we can consider going up, by which time God knows where Dota 2 will be, and actually all those other games will probably have caught up and overtaken CSGO again. So I like the breakdown. I think it's a good increase. I think it's excellent. In the context of CS history, just CS iterations, it's great. For the wide esports world, maybe we want more. It's a bit late, and it should be part of a trajectory where it's not, you're not just going to stop here and have your expectations stop. It should continue beyond this. I hope that now there's even more money for the majors, Valve will put more focus on anti-cheat. So we cannot have people who can even potentially be cheating at any point in the competitive scene, especially heading towards majors. I hope they give us a commissioner to deal with cheating issues, to deal with match fixing issues, to deal with this horrible scenario that's going on at the moment with the minor and major thing, where if you play in a major, you can't play in a minor. And then while that's working out to stop people like, say, a Guardian going down and playing in some lesser team in the minor and dominating the minor when he's not a real member of their team, unfortunately, it's hurting people going the other way. So when like Team Liquid can't get a fifth, they can't just get someone from a minor who never would get to play in a major. That's going to hurt them because then they can't play in the next minor if they qualify with Team Liquid. I hope we can have a commissioner to grant exceptions for stuff like that and to make accordances so that we're having it one way protect the players in the minor scene, but we're not fucking over the other people, because obviously now this is even more of a big issue in terms of whether you get to play in the majors for how much money is there. So I think it's pretty cool news. I think it's good. And I'm all about that Skrilla, baby.